Captain Elias Rourke of the Solar Valiant was used to chaos. He had been through asteroid storms, rogue AI uprisings, and political skirmishes between Terran colonies. But none of that compared to the sudden distress call he received in the dead zone of Sector K-12. Unidentified vessel broadcasting on all channels, his communications officer, Tasha, reported. Message is looping. Elias leaned forward. Put it on. The voice was garbled. Panicked. Attacked. This is Admiral Sareth of the Teloran Union. We are under pirate assault, shields failing, requesting immediate aid. Elias recognized the name. Sareth wasn't just any admiral. She was the head of the Teloran naval fleet. A tactical genius, known across several galaxies. And now she was calling for help. He didn't hesitate. Set course to the coordinates. Full burn, Elias ordered. Bring weapons online. Tasha looked uneasy. Sir, that region is notorious for pirate activity. It could be a trap. Then let's spring it before someone else gets caught in it. The Solar Valiant thundered into FTL. Within minutes, they dropped out of warp into a battlefield. 6 pirate ships surrounding a Teloran cruiser, its hull already torn, shield arcs flickering. Target the lead raider and fire plasma cannons. Elias barked. Deploy countermeasures and scramble intercept drones. The battle lit up like a star going nova. The Valiant weaved between enemy fire, slicing through 2 pirate vessels before they could react. Elias maneuvered with surgical precision, using the chaos to draw fire away from the crippled cruiser. Teloran ship's engines are down, Tasha called. Life support's barely holding. Boarding party? Elias asked. Unknown. But they're sitting ducks if those pirates regroup. Then we don't give them the chance. He ordered a final charge straight through the remaining pirates, taking heavy damage but blasting the blockade wide open. As the pirates fled or exploded, silence fell over the void. We've got survivors aboard the Teloran cruiser, Tasha said. Including Admiral Sareth. Get me a channel. The alien woman who appeared on screen was regal even in near ruin. Her silver-blue skin was streaked with blood, but her voice remained commanding. You have my gratitude, Captain. Without your intervention, we'd be wreckage in space. Elias nodded. Just doing my job. Sareth's eyes narrowed with interest. I believe you've done far more. Chapter 2, Hospitality and Politics. The Valiant docked with the damaged Teloran vessel, and medics were deployed. Elias insisted on personally meeting Admiral Sareth. He found her in the med bay, wrapped in silver healing mesh, one arm in a sling. I owe you more than words, Captain Rourke, she said. Elias shrugged. You would have done the same for me. Sareth smiled, but there was something deeper behind it, a calculation, a decision forming. Perhaps. But I'm not here alone. My daughter, Elias, was aboard as an envoy. She is precious to me. At the mention of her daughter, a young woman emerged from behind the curtain. She was tall, with luminous violet eyes and hair like flowing starlight. Dressed in a battle-torn diplomatic robe, she carried herself with quiet strength. This is Elias, Sareth said. The moment Elias's gaze met Elias's, something shifted. Not love at first sight, but recognition. 2 warriors who had seen too much, understood too deeply. I've heard of you, Captain, Elias said. Your name echoes in our outer colonies. They say you once flew through a starstorm to save a refugee freighter. Stories exaggerate, Elias replied, cracking a dry smile. Mostly. Sareth studied them both, then made her decision. You saved my life, and my daughter's. That places me in your debt, Elias Rourke. And the Teloran do not carry debts lightly. Elias raised a brow. I didn't come for payment. But you've earned it, she said firmly. Come to our homeworld. Be honored before our people. And meet with my daughter under the ceremonial stars. There was a pause. The air thickened. I appreciate the offer, Elias said carefully. But I'm not sure what. You saved a daughter. Perhaps now you deserve one. Chapter 3. Stars of T-Lorar. The T-Loran homeworld was a jewel in space. Green oceans, floating crystal cities, and twin suns that never fully set. The Solar Valiant was docked in honor beside the royal palace, a feat few human ships had achieved. Elias was escorted through golden halls and marbled corridors, where T-Loran nobles bowed respectfully. That alone made him uneasy. He was a soldier, not a diplomat. Elias greeted him in the temple gardens. The ceremony was 3 days away, and tradition dictated the betrothed spend time together before any binding vows. The idea that this was all more than honor, a potential union, had finally sunk in. This is all a lot, Elias admitted as they walked under trees that shimmered with bioluminescence. You think we're primitive, offering people as thanks, Elias said softly. No. I think you're ancient. And ancient things often have more meaning than we understand. She stopped beside a pool where silver fish danced under starlight. I'm not a prize, Elias. My mother did not force me to offer myself. We choose. And I chose to follow her judgment. Elias looked into her eyes. And what do you think of me? I think you're the kind of man who dives into danger without hesitation. I think you've seen loss but still keep fighting. That's rare among humans. He laughed quietly. You're not wrong. But I didn't expect to be offered a daughter because of it. Elias stepped closer. You're not being given anything. You're being invited into something different. Chapter 4. The Return of the Pirates. Just before the binding ceremony, sensors flared. An unknown fleet dropped out of FTL near the planetary ring. Pirate signatures, double the number from the last ambush. They had followed the trail. They're jamming outer comms, Tasha reported via hololink. And charging weapons. Elias ran through the palace toward the command chamber. He burst into the hall where Sareth was already suiting up in her crystalline battle armor. You need to get your people underground, Elias warned. This isn't a raid. It's a declaration. Sareth nodded grimly. Then let's answer it. Despite her injuries, she led her fleet into orbit. Elias returned to the Solar Valiant, taking command with fire in his veins. The battle was brutal. T-Loran fighters darted between pirate dreadnoughts, but it wasn't enough. The enemy was coordinated now, hungry for vengeance. The Valiant took center stage, cutting through enemy formations and relaying fleet coordination to the T-Loran ships. One pirate cruiser locked onto the palace directly. Elias, still on the ground, was in danger. Elias made the call. Ram Vector. Hit that cruiser before it fires. But we won't survive the impact, Tasha said. We don't have to. Just get close enough, then eject the core. The Valiant screamed through space, drawing fire, charging at suicidal velocity. At the last second, the crew ejected the core and fired their rear thrusters. The energy blast obliterated the pirate cruiser. The Valiant was crippled, drifting. Elias blacked out from the G-forces. Chapter 5. Blood, Bonds, and Vows. When he woke, Elias was in the T-Loran temple, wrapped in healing gel. Elias sat beside him, her eyes wet with tears.